On the biggest lesson series, today I have with me
Ifiok, Akpabio.
Ifiok. What is your biggest lesson in life so far?
Okay, so my biggest lesson in life so far is that the key to fulfillment and, happiness is positive impact, really.
The key to fulfillment and happiness is positive impact, doing something for somebody else, for the community, for people. But how do you juxtapose people who are positive impact and their own lives? I mean, they cannot really live well. People who have been doing a lot for community, they're hungry, they're sad, they're lonely in quiet spaces, and some other people are living in opulence for themselves, for life, and it's really hard for people to think that positive impact is the way. So how do you find the balance?
And so my lesson is rooted in the saying that great men often plant trees in whose shade they don't get to sit. So I really strongly believe that, when we talk about people doing things, positive things, and then they don't get to benefit from it, that's the whole point. But I feel like at the end of their days, when all is said and done, when they close their eyes and breathe their last breath, they will be fulfilled and know that, okay, yes, they lived a good life. And then all the other people who we say, okay, you're living in opulence, living selfishly, at the end of the day, is there really fulfillment at the end of the road?
Who is the person that determines the fulfillment? Some people just want to live for now. I mean, is that not why people say, oh, even if it means I'll die in 2 years or 5 years or 10 years, and let me just enjoy. I mean, I've suffered enough, I've lived life enough. And then somebody else is 79 years old, is the one that did this for his country. The people who, like labels of our heroes past, people who wrote anthems, who suffered for the country, who fought in wars, you find them suffering in villages and cities. And then you find the people who have not carried one knife or one blade for the country. They're the ones who are riding brand new cars, enjoying, living life, flying private jets. And you're saying that we should emulate those people who have done things for their countries, for their communities, who are probably one-legged in their village, and then hoping that their impact or their service or sacrifice will mean something for the rest of the world.
So a lot of people often talk about how, wealth and a lot of the things that people spend their lives chasing, like wealth, opulence, popularity, don't equate to happiness. And there is honestly truth in that, so permit me to go a bit biblical with
fine.
This, and so where we see the situation where, the devil tempts Jesus in the Gospels, and then he takes him to the top of the temple and says, I will give you the glories of the world if you bow to me. And then Jesus replies him and says, what will I
profit a man if he gains the world and lose your own soul?
And so I think that, there is a lot of wisdom in that singular statement.
Wow.
Because the soul, that fulfillment, that thing and what it represents, I think that's the key to life, really. And if you spend it, if you lose it chasing, opulence and wealth and all of the other things that humans chase, you won't have gained anything at the end of your days.
I would have thought that Ifiok was going to become a pastor on Biggest Lesson series. I mean, Ifiok, okay, so thank you for the lesson and thank you for your biblical analogy. I think that solves it. All the questions that I will have had, immediately you put the soul versus the riches and wealth of this world, there's nothing sufficient enough for you to trade your soul for. And for the young people who are trading their soul or the end of their life or the rest their spirit, their mind for cars, wealth, riches, clubs, alcohol, drinks, women, men, or whatever it is that you are splurging on, I think that if you said I think that your soul is important. Have a beautiful day. Thank you very much, and keep following the Biggest Lesson series.